Boom, 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 boom. How are you? Hi, Steve. How are you? Steve N. Steve N. What's going on? How are you? Sunday, Labor Day weekend. How's everyone doing? How are you? What's going on? Hi, cousin Sarah. How you doing, cousin Sarah? Sunday afternoon, kicking it with B. What's up? What's up? How are you, cousin Sarah? Happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. A lot to talk about today, right? A lot to talk about today. What's going on? How's everyone doing? Steve N. I don't know if that's the other Steve. I don't know if that's the same guy, but how are you? Cousin Sarah, how's it doing? How you feeling? How's everything going? How you feeling? Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Like beatboxing, you know what I'm saying? Still sick but better? That's good to hear. That's good. Well, that you're better, not that you're still sick. Hopefully you get over it soon. You know what I mean? Oh boy. I wonder who's gonna pop in today. I wonder if Marley's gonna pop in or Linksy or Jill Zis. I noticed Jill didn't go on last night. I popped on and checked it. Look, see who was on. There was like nobody live. I was like, wow. So I didn't bother going live either. I said, well, if there's nobody, I probably should have though, because if nobody else was live, I probably could have had a pop in live, but I didn't think of it. Plus, I was really tired and stuff. Had a busy day yesterday. You know what I mean? Hopefully today's a little better. That we can actually get some people on here, chit chat. I got some free time in the afternoon. I said, let me go live, see what's popping over here. You know what I'm saying, cousin Sarah? See what's pizzity pop, 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 popping. You know what I mean? Had a busy day. Actually, yesterday I was a little busy. I went and got my hair cut and did some grocery shopping and stopped and talked to an old friend I haven't seen in a while. It was good to catch up and stuff like that. And today I went and ran some errands in the morning, got a few things done, you know. But basically, I'm paying a lot of bills the last 2 days. Yesterday, I paid the electric, the cable. Well, all I have is internet. I paid the electric. I paid that. Then this week due is the gas. This month's gonna be tough though. Got to get my car inspected because that's up. I got to get new registration. That's up. I got what else I got to do? I got to pay something. Oh, cell phone bill. That's always every month too. So I got a few bills this month. It's always tough, you know. And the next month I get hit with property tax. I mean, not property taxes. Water and sewer bill. It's every 3 months. So that'll be next month, and that's a little extra. Tell you, living on 60% of my pay with workman's comp is tough right now. You know what I mean? Just gotta really cut back on things. So, you know, I make it work. I'm pretty good like that. I can make things work, you know. But that's all right. And then yesterday, actually, Nikki gave was it yesterday or Friday? Friday. Nikki actually gave me $75, so that was pretty cool. Well, he didn't give it to me. Actually, we split something. I paid for it a couple weeks ago, and he actually gave me the other half of it. He's supposed to come by tonight. Wants to watch some wrestling pay per view, but I looked on my TV on the guide. I'm gonna have to text him and tell him that it's not there. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it. So you might have to, I don't know, order. I don't have cable. I just have internet. And I stream. I have a streaming box. So you can't like really order pay per views if it's not there. Then you don't get it. So I don't get a lot of those things sometimes. You know what I mean? But other than that, it's kind of a nice weekend. The weather was beautiful. I love the weather right now. Cooling down at night. It's nice. It's more breathable. You know what I mean? It's not that humid, sticky garbage shit that's usually been going on. That I tell you, because it's got to be really hot for me to put the air on. Last month was so hot for so long. I had the air on so much. My electric bill jumped $120 from what it normally is because I had the air on so much. You know what I mean? I had the air on so much it jumped $120 the electric bill. Crazy. And believe me, some people I know from like May to like almost November, they got the air running constantly. Their bills must be through the roof. I can't believe that. I only put it on if it gets unbearably humid where I can't sleep. That's the only time I'll put it on. Other than that, I can go without it. I can put the ceiling fan on and I'm fine. You know what I mean? It's got to be unbearable for me to put the AC on. Like I said, I know a lot of people that will literally from like the beginning of May to like well, at least October, they'll have the air running all day, every day. I used to work with a guy, and he used to tell me his bill was like $400 a month because he had the air. Him and his wife, and they both worked. They would have the air running when they weren't home. I was like, why would you do that if you're not even there? Why would you have the air running? And he told me his bill was like $400 a month. I couldn't believe that. $400 a month. I'll only put the air on, like I said, if it's unbearable heat where I can't take it no more, then I'll put the air on. Other than that, I put the ceiling fan on. I'm good. But last month, my bill jumped $120 because I put the air on so much. Imagine that. So who's here today? We got Steven's here. Cousin Sarah's here. I don't know who else is here, but if everyone could whack that like button for me, I would really appreciate it. If you could smash that like button. If you subscribe, keep subscribe to the channel. If you're not, hit the notification bell. I really appreciate that if you do that. Um, Me and Nick did the football special Friday. Was that Friday or Thursday? I can't remember. I think it was Friday. But I don't know if we're going to do something tomorrow or something. I'm not sure. We were going to do something tonight, but I told you I don't think that pay-per-view's on, so I don't think he's going to come by. Plus, he's golfing today, so probably going to be all poopered out, all tired out, you know? Be all tired out, old Nicky boy. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, other than that, it was a good weekend. It was a nice weekend. Like I said, I talked to an old friend I haven't talked to in he's just a long time, probably maybe 7 years or so. I haven't talked to her in a while. It was good to talk to her. I haven't talked to her in quite some bit. We're gonna actually maybe get together soon. Go have well, she said you want to go have coffee, but I don't drink coffee. I'll have a tea. I'm a tea guy. I like to drink tea. You know what I mean? I don't drink coffee. Coffee makes me nauseous. If I drink coffee, forget about it. Forget about it. And then I seen them I gotta tell you, them panhandlers are crazy, bro. You every light you if you go into the city, every single light you stop at, there's a panhandler with a cardboard sign, and these motherfuckers come right up to your car, all aggressive and shit. Like, yo, they're everywhere, everywhere. But I told you, I don't give it to them anymore. After that pregnant girl, well, the fake pregnant girl got me. Never again. I'll give them nothing, nothing at all. Beat it. I got nothing for you. Ha! I got nothing for you, my friend. Yeah, they're everywhere. All the one, what is it, Hall of Fame Ave? Used to be East Columbus or West Columbus. Hi, Nikki. How are you? All Hall of Fame Ave. They're at every light you stop. There's a panhandler. You go on to Main Street. If you get to the bottom of Belmont, they're there. You get to the X, they're there. Every single light you stop at, there's a panhandler. Every single light you stop at, there's a panhandler. It is out of control. I mean, out of control. Without a doubt, out of control. But yeah, no. So, Nikki, how's it going? How you feeling? How's everything? Good? So I just figured I'd come on in the afternoon. You know, I got some free time. I was just sitting at home and I said, let me come on and do a live, see who's around, have a little fun, chit chat. You know what I'm saying? That's good to hear, Nikki. That's good to hear. It's good to hear. The weather's beautiful. Finally, that heat broke a little bit. This is nice weather. It's starting to feel like fall weather. But this is New England. So we all know we got one last good heat wave coming in for us. Sooner or later, we're going to get one last hurrah, you know? But then in like November, we'll get a day it's like 68 degrees because it always does that. I remember a couple of years ago, New Year's Day, it was like 70 degrees. That was crazy. I remember sitting out in my backyard, sun tanning on New Year's Day. It was like 70 degrees. It was crazy. This weather is nuts in New England, man. You can never predict the weather up here, boy. Never. But hopefully someday soon I'll be somewhere where it's warm all the time because I don't want to deal with no more snow. I start getting in the winter. I start getting like depressed. I hate it so much. I hate winter. That is the worst time of the year for me. Hate it. I hate shoveling snow. I hate driving in snow. I hate falling on ice. I ever tell you guys I fall. I must have fell in my lifetime. If I ain't fell 150 times, I ain't fell once on the ice. I fell on the ice more times than anybody. I hate snow. Marley, Marley, Marley. I'm putting the link in the room. I gotta hear it, Marley. I gotta hear my Southern Belle, Marley. Happy Labor Day, Nikki. Happy Labor Day, Marley. Everyone, my Southern Belle, Taurus. All right, Marley, I put the link in the room for you. Jump on up. Give me the 411 on your Labor Day weekend and all your craziness you're having over there. Are you barbecuing? Are you making, what are you making? Ribs? You making, what are you cooking over there? You barbecuing? I want to hear it all. She's probably going to be like, I'm on the couch, just relaxing. Boom, 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 boom. Click the link, Marley. Come on in. Clicketh, thy linketh, Marlieth. Happy Labor Day weekend. You know what's funny? I know dudes that don't even got a job and they're all celebrating Labor Day. Like, dude, man, really? Really? This is not for you, my friend. Hi, Marley.
I just gotta cut grass.
You cut the grass?
Today I have to.
Oh, no cookout?
Do what?
No barbecue? No cookout?
No.
Really?
I'm
How come?
boring. We're
You,
boring.
what are you gonna eat? Don't tell me you're gonna make mac and cheese and call it a day.
That's what I would do if I had to cook, but my mama's actually going to get me some Sonic right now as we speak.
Oh, look at you going to get the Sonic on Labor Day. You could have actually made burgers on the grill. You know that, right? Lazy Maisie.
Yeah, that would have took work. At least I don't have to work tomorrow.
Oh no. Did you go live last time? Like nobody was live. I popped on for a minute because I was busy yesterday. There was like nobody on live last night.
I
Like,
went live.
I must have missed you. I got on about 10 o'clock. I got home.
I don't even know what time I went live, honestly. It was in the nighttime.
No, I got home about 10:30ish, and I went on, and there was nobody
And
on.
everybody keeps saying on the chat that they're not getting my notifications, so I don't know why.
If they don't hit the bell, they won't get it.
That's
Just
what
because
I try to tell them.
Just because they subscribe doesn't mean you got to hit the bell. If they don't hit the bell, they won't know when you're on. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I try to tell them to unsubscribe and resubscribe and see if that will work.
Or just tell them this, what I do. Because I don't get a lot of notifications. Like yours don't pop up for me, but I hit subscribers, and then the list pops up, and you'll see who's live and who's not. That's what I do.
Oh, okay.
You know what it says subscribers on the bottom?
Yeah,
There?
it has the little dot beside their name if they're live or something.
It'll say live. Yeah, it'll say live.
Mm-hmm.
It'll say live. Yeah. I don't know where Annie with the fanny is today. Where's Annie with the fanny?
She came in the live last night.
She's probably barbecuing. She's probably doing some.
Yeah, she cooks. So
some Spanish barbecue or something, a Labor Day cookout.
She's probably cooking real food.
Probably, right?
Yep.
You know what I ate for lunch? I had White Castle burgers, the frozen ones you get in the grocery store.
Yeah, I know. That's like the movie.
Oh yeah, Harold and Kumar. Harold and Kumar. Go to White Castle.
So you ain't no better than me.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not. Like I get lazy sometimes. Like there's a McDonald's like 2 seconds from my house. I'll go there. But every time I eat McDonald's, I pay for it because my stomach kills me afterwards.
McDonald's is terrible. Now Chick-fil-A is my favorite, but it's closed on Sunday.
Yeah, they close on Sunday. But the closest Chick-fil-A to me is in Chicopee. That's like a town over. It's a ride. It's a drive to go there and get that.
Yeah, me too. Like it's about 20 minutes from my house to go to Chick-fil-A, but I'll literally drive there just to get Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the best.
And their chicken nuggets too.
Although Popeye's got a pretty decent chicken sandwich, I'm not going to lie.
Now, I don't like it, but my kid, my 16-year-old son, he argues with me. He says Popeye's chicken sandwich is better than Chick-fil-A.
I actually YouTubed the recipe for the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. You know what their big secret is? When they brine it, they use pickle juice when they brine the chicken. You know that?
What?
They use pickle juice to brine the chicken. Yeah, that's their big secret.
And it's so weird. Every time I go there, I always get them to give me a container of pickles to eat with my chicken sandwich.
Oh, you like the sliced pickles?
Yep.
See, I'm not a big pickle guy. Like I'm either a pickle guy or you're not a pickle guy. I'm not a pickle guy. I'm not a
Well,
big
when I
pickle.
used to be married, I had to cook all the time, and we had a garden, and we would take the
Oh,
cucumbers and
make
make
your own?
pickles. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of work. I gave up on that life. I wish I had that. I wish I had that in me still, but it just went away. Like,
You wish you had that energy to still do that, right?
yeah, but
You-
I'm telling you, this past week for about 3 days, I was thinking, like, what's wrong with me? And then everybody said there was a Scorpio full moon that it affected a lot of people. So I don't know about astrology. So,
Well, I
but
know. Isn't this a retrograde right now?
yes, coming. Yeah. And we're in the shadow already. I feel it.
Well, they usually they say retrograde. All your exes all try to get back with you. I have not had one ex try to come back to me in a retrograde. They don't come
Don't
back to
say
me.
it out loud.
They don't come back to me. Once I'm done with them, that's it. They they had enough. They run the other way. They run the other way. Fuck
They're
that
like,
guy.
nope.
I had enough of his
Nah,
crazy ass.
no, you probably have a back and forth thing going on at least. You never even had that.
A back and forth thing?
Yeah,
No,
like
yeah.
where it's off and then on and then
Yeah,
off
yeah.
and then
Well, I had
on.
that. I had that with my kid's mother, my 12-year-old's mother, but we don't even talk anymore. There's no, if it's not about the kid, we don't even, no, there's no communication. I can't stand her. I don't know if I don't even know how she feels about me. I don't care. I just can't stand her, so I don't talk to her.
That's how it is with my husband, my ex-husband.
Sometimes so many things are done that there's no communication whatsoever.
And they say that you forgive for yourself, I'm still working through that battle of forgiving for myself. Some of the things I would tell you some of the things you probably wouldn't even believe me. Like they're that terrible. Like, I mean,
No, nothing shocks me, honey. Nothing.
and you know what even makes me madder with myself is that I stayed there for 11 years.
Oh, you probably stayed for the kids, right?
That's what I told myself, but it wasn't good for them.
You listen. That's the problem. When you know deep down that something's over, there's no need to continue it, no matter what. Whether it's for the kids or
But
for
it's not
financial
for the kids because they're not
reasons.
happy. And it was financial reasons too, because we ran the business together. We had everything. You know what I mean? Like,
I hear you, but you just gotta cut it out, man. Like you just gotta cut cords, bro. That's what I do,
mm-hmm.
man. You just gotta cut cords and just call it a day. At the
Well,
end of
now I just cut cords and I don't have any cords. I'm like, nope, no cords.
the best feeling is when obviously, if you meet somebody you're compatible with and you can get along with and you can have a solid relationship with, that's the number one goal. But other than that, I'm single because I don't mind being single because I'm not getting screwed over. I'm not getting fucked around on. I'm not getting, you know what I
And
mean?
it's not that
it outweighs
bad,
it. It outweighs it for
actually.
me. It outweighs it for me. I'd rather be single because I go to bed every night and wake up every day with no headache.
I'm serious though. There's no like, you know how you have that picking and fighting and there's like stupid shit and it just takes your energy. It's just peaceful.
Yeah,
Like
well,
there's nobody
it is.
to answer to. It always feels like I have people that I had to answer to.
If you're in a relationship where you feel like you got to answer to someone, that's the wrong relationship to even be in. You know what I mean? I
Yeah, I
don't
know.
know. I don't
I'm
know
not
if
a good
this.
picker, okay? I'm not a good picker.
I don't know if this spelling is different here, but I don't know if that's the same guy. But he hasn't said anything crazy yet. Steven. But he hasn't
Hey,
said nothing crazy yet.
Steven.
So I don't know if it's the same guy.
I'm crazier than you ever thought of being, Steven, if it is you.
I got you out crazy. Shoot.
Sarah said, I love dill pickles.
Dill pickles. The only pickles I like are those like real deli, the Jewish deli pickles. Those are really good.
Is it kind of like a bread and butter pickle?
Kind of the kind you would eat like with rye bread or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Those are good pickles.
But you
But
don't like a dill pickle.
What I really love though is I love like some good barbecue, like ribs, real good barbecue. That's like my favorite.
Yeah,
You would
my
think
dad cooks good stuff like that.
like brisket, smoked brisket. What's better than that? Oh, it's the best.
But he cooks good. I don't know how to grill. I don't really care to try.
Well, first of all, it should be like sacrilege that you're a Southerner and you don't know how to grill and
I
barbecue.
don't.
That is
I
like
ain't
your
gonna
guys.
lie.
That's your guys' thing down there.
It's my dad's thing though. I can go to his house and get it anytime.
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. But like up here, like the Northerners, like we do cook on grills. A lot of people do cook out and stuff, but it's like burgers and steaks and stuff like that. It's not like barbecue. Like you guys smoke down there. You guys fucking do all kinds of.
Yeah, like
You know
well
what I mean?
there's countless people like in my town, the town over, everywhere. Like every time we have a festival, they'll come and bring their like rolling smoker thing and sell plates and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Plus, I bet you where you live, right? Like on a weekend, sometimes you drive around and you can smell the smoke,
Oh yeah,
right? You
in
can
my
smell the barbecue.
neighborhood. In my neighborhood.
You're like,
Absolutely.
you're sitting in your backyard, like, damn, what the fuck is Donnie cooking over there today?
I
I'm about
know,
to walk
right?
by Donnie's house.
Cuz I'm over here just like eating out or not. The only thing I know how to cook good is soup. And you're going to be like, "What the hell? How is that possible?" Even the old lady next door, she's like 92. I always give her soup when I cook soup because I put real shit in it, and that's not very many people do that, I guess. My dad taught me how to cook soup. That's the only thing I got down is soup.
You got soup down?
Hmm.
Well, my mom used to make like a real chicken soup. Like she would like use the chicken bones and stuff for the flavor
Like
for the broth.
homemade chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She used to. My mom used to make it like that. And I never. I would just buy the can of Progresso or whatever it is.
The one I make is like the vegetable soup with hamburger meat.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. And they all, even my kids eat that. My picky ass daughter eats that. So
Really?
I'll just cook it and make her eat it for like 3 days.
I actually can cook. I'm not a bad cook. I mean, I like to cook. It doesn't bother me to cook. Like every girl I dated, like I would cook for them all the time. I love to cook.
I don't like to cook. I
I don't
mean,
like.
I'm not going to lie about it. Nope, don't like it.
I like to cook. I do. I do.
I
I
can
like to.
fry stuff. Like I can fry because I have to make homemade French fries like every day of my life because Emily, she's real picky. So she eats French fries, but you have to buy you have to buy potatoes
Yeah.
and make
Certain.
you can't give her frozen ones. She ain't having
Yeah.
that.
You gotta buy the certain potatoes too, right? And what do you gotta soak them first or something to get the
No, I
starch out?
just peel them and then I just cut them up and fry them.
Well, really. So a lot of
Yep.
some people like soak them to get the real starchiness out of them. I seen
Yeah,
that.
she don't care. She just eats them every day, and that's terrible for her health, probably.
What do
But
you like? Cut them in wedges or make it like potato wedges type of thing?
yeah, but I cut them like honestly, I done cut them so long I can make them like French fries.
Oh, really?
Just cut them, slice up the potato, and then make French fries. Cut the slices into like French fry pieces with a knife.
That's one thing I don't have is a deep fryer. I want to get a deep fryer. I don't have a deep fryer. I
Well,
fry
I just
everything in
have
a
a
pan.
big pot. I have a
Yeah.
big pot with grease that's just for French fries, and then I randomly throw it out. But I keep it on the stove all the time because I'm not kidding. Her dad used to eat potatoes every day. I think it's in their genes. I don't know, but
Well,
I never seen
potatoes
anybody
are
eat
good
them
for you.
that often. I'm saying like she doesn't get tired of it. That's what she eats every day. Like
Listen, I know people that love potatoes. They eat, but
she does. I have to buy them every week.
you got to buy the big sack of potatoes.
Yep.
You got to buy the big sack of potatoes. You know what's good about being down south, though? I'll tell you is that like up here they have like farmers markets every once in a while, but you guys got like a lot of places like farms that sell you the vegetables and stuff, right?
Yeah, and there's a lady in my town. Well, her husband is a farmer anyway, but she has her own little business. It's called the Corn Crib, and I could actually send you her Facebook. People come from all over America, literally, to buy her stuff. Like if they're going on a trip
Hmm.
to Florida, they'll stop and get stuff from her. So she cans stuff, she makes jelly, and she sells whatever is in season. Like
Yeah,
squash
yeah.
and whatever,
See,
peas.
like my mother always had a garden and stuff, but up here you can only have it for like 5 months out of the 4 or 5 months out of the year, and then it gets cold and you can't grow anything.
Yeah, there's always something we can grow, almost always.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because you're in the South, it's always the
Yeah.
weather's always good enough to grow things. You know.
Mm-hmm. Because even when it's cold, I think you can even grow like greens and potatoes, maybe. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, but what is cold to you though? What
Okay,
like
so
what temperature is cold to you? Like we get like minus degrees up here.
no. Like once it hits below 50, I'm over here with my hoodie on, like
Well, no, yeah, no, that weather like 50. That's like March, April weather for us. Then in November, like October, November weather.
so the whole time I've been an adult, it did snow one time good enough that my kids could make a snowman, and it was the February before Emily was born, so it was February 2011. It snowed enough that it stuck where they could make a little snowman, but that's the only time I ever remember it getting.
They show it on the news when it's rare, but when it snows in the South, they will show it on the news, and like you people have no clue what to do. Like driving,
Yeah.
forget about it. Yeah, just like no
Oh
one's
no,
getting
we're
on the
not
road.
going to work or anything. Like my son, he had on socks that day, I remember, for his gloves, and they had gotten wet. And when I took the picture of them after they built their little snowman, his socks were hanging down, so we had to go inside because he was freezing. We can't handle it. We can't hang.
Not like here, like we'll get a foot of snow, and we got to shovel our car out and still go to work, for real.
Like they don't tell y'all can have the day off.
No, because we get our winters. That's the way we get. That's what we get.
So when you walk out there and it's a foot deep, how do you keep your pants legs from getting wet?
You don't keep them from getting wet. You wear boots. Oh, Annie with the fanny,
Hey,
Judy
Ann.
with the booty is here. And you want to come up and talk? Happy Labor Day weekend to you. I'm gonna give you the link.
You probably cooking some good stuff today,
I,
right?
we were just
While I'm
talking about
stuck
that.
with Sonic.
We were just saying we think Annie's probably cooking like a champ today. Holiday weekend. Annie, do you make arroz con pollo? You know what that is, Marley? Arroz.
No,
Arroz.
I have no idea. You know I don't.
Arroz con pollo is chicken and rice.
Oh, I know what chicken and rice is, but I didn't know that's how you say it.
In Spanish, they say arroz. Arroz is rice. Con pollo. Pollo is chicken. Same in Italian.
Okay,
Pollo.
gotcha. Is she coming?
I sent her the link, so I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, she says cooking out with her family.
I was cooking out with the fam.
We should have known it.
There you go. What are you cooking? Making some carne asada? And she said, "Of course I do. I'm Spanish. What do you think?" My mother used to make the best arroz con pollo, and the key was she always said, "No breast or nothing. You have to use the thighs, the chicken thighs, because it's all the juice."
That's what made the chicken and rice better.
Yeah, because breast gets dried out, but the chicken thighs are more juicy.
She says she's making fajitas.
Fajitas. Beef or chicken fajitas? I like them both. It don't matter to me. I'll eat beef fajitas, chicken fajitas.
He'll take them all.
I make fideo con pollo also. Oh, do you? I had a.
It's raining. That means I might not have to cut grass.
Oh, it's raining down there. It's supposed to rain up here too.
But that's good because I won't have to feel bad about it.
Why, you got a lot of grass? You got a big yard?
No, but I'm just. Oh my goodness.
You just don't want to do it.
She
said,
Let me see. I'm looking out here now. I think it's raining.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
If it rains, that'll make the lawnmower have the grass stuck in it, and it won't be able to cut it.
It'll clog up on you. I see.
And see, my mama lives with me still. You know, I told you that. So it's kind of still like I'm the kid and she's the mama, because she'll be like, all right, you're off today. Me and you're going to get out there and cut the grass. Okay.
When she says me and you are going to cut the grass, does that mean you're going to cut it and she's going to watch you?
Oh, no, she breaks me out. You know what I mean? But I always feel like I do it faster because it's a pushing lawnmower and it's just a little bitty yard in town. But I let her help me, but I do most of it because I'm lazy, so I cut it really fast so I can go back in.
I don't blame you. How about this? My lawnmower, the pull thing broke on it. So I sent away for one. They sent me the wrong one. I sent it back. They sent me another one. It was the wrong one again. So the last time I cut the lawn, I did it with the weed whacker. That whole thing with
God,
the weed whacker.
you got a big yard?
No, I luckily don't have a big yard, but I do the people next doors too. So yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I have a little yard.
And
I'm
I
really thankful, but
and I hadn't did it in a while because the lawnmower was broken, so it was fucked. It was high as shit. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I just cut it every other weekend. That's probably not as much as I should cut it, but
No, that's fine.
it works.
That's
But
fine.
it is raining, and it's raining like good. That means I don't have to do it, but I guess she'll probably make me do it tomorrow.
It's raining Beano, hallelujah. It's raining Beano, hallelujah.
I'm not gonna lie. I love when it rains because it gives you a reason. You're like, well, I can't do that today. It's raining.
Oh, you can just be lazy, rainy day.
That's right.
You
Yep.
can be lazy on a rainy day and not watch TV.
I don't really watch TV.
That's what I said. That's why I said it, and not watch TV.
I can't believe people watch TV. I just don't. Oh, you know what I read one time? And so this is probably true. You know how I say I watched the Golden Girls, this old show that
I know what the
only
Golden
has
Girls
reruns.
are.
Yeah. It says there's a research study done, and people that have like trauma, anxiety, that kind of thing, which we all have it to a degree, but it's been like proven
That the Golden
that
Girls
people
help
that
with
have that, they watch old reruns because it's a comfort thing because they know the ending already.
Yeah, really.
That's freaking weird, isn't it?
You know that speaking of the Golden Girls, they're all gone now. Betty White just died. She was the last one alive.
Yeah, that's sad. Sophia was my favorite.
Oh, the old Nona. Yeah, the old Italian Nona giving the maluk to everyone. Giving the old with the fingers. It's Italian curse. The maluk.
Yeah, she's like, picture it. 1933, Sicily. If she would have been my grandma, I would have loved her.
You want to hear the funniest thing? Is that everyone else on that show was actually older than her. You know that?
No.
Yeah, she was the youngest one. She just looked older.
They just dressed her up or something.
Yeah. They made her look older. She was younger than B. Arthur. She was younger than Betty White. She was younger than Rue McClanahan.
Okay.
Yeah. She was younger than all of them. That show was
Dorothy,
the best. My grandmother used to
bitch.
watch that. My grandmother used to watch that show. Like
mine too. That's how I got started watching it.
yeah. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
Yeah, I'm not singing it for y'all, but Bino's
You're
got
a
it.
pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card and text must say, thank you for being a friend. Wow. How do I know that song? I don't even know how to play. I got that memory, boy.
It's just like it's burned in your soul. You don't watch
My grandmother,
it so much.
So my grandmother watched it when it was live. God rest my grandmother's soul. And then when she was gone, they used to have reruns on TV Land, and she would watch them all, like marathon. She would watch them nonstop. Nonstop.
I remember when my grandma watched it when I was really, really little. Maybe that's when it was live. I don't know, but it would be like late at night, like 10 or 11 o'clock at night before she went to bed.
Thank you for being a friend. So that's all you watch is Golden Girls? That's funny.
I really can't think of it. Oh, I do like the Gilmore Girls. It's about this mama and daughter, and it's on Netflix, and it's already like old now. It's not old as the Golden Girls, but the Gilmore Girls. You never heard of them?
I heard of it. I never watched it. Oh,
I watched it from the beginning to the end.
Betty White was the shit, Annie. Betty White, that lady, God bless her, man. She almost made it to 100. She was 99, and like a week later, she would have been 100. They had this big special planned out for her 100th birthday party. They were going to have it on TV and stuff, and she died like a week before.
She was like an animal activist and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, Betty White was. She worked until the day she died. Imagine that. 99 years old.
I think I want to have something to do till the day I die.
I got an uncle. He's 98. My Uncle Mario.
Oh my God.
And he's my great uncle. And he told me, he's like, don't get old. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, everybody's gone. All my brothers, all my cousins, they're all gone. You know, he's got us. We're the youngest generations after, but like everyone he grew up with.
He grew up with is gone.
They're all gone. They're all gone. He outlived them all. And the guy's in tremendous shape. And for 98 years old, you can't believe it.
Miss Inez, that's my neighbor. She lives right across from me. Mm-hmm. She's 92, and she lives alone. like she lives by herself. Now her kids come, I think, a lot, and like they might spend the night, or they'll take her to their house to visit, like for this weekend. It's a holiday, so that she might have to go over there. So she'll call me. She'll be like, "Okay, Marley, I'm gonna go for a couple days. Watch out for my house, you know."
Yeah.
But she's like she's so like independent. She will walk over here, knock on my door, and bring me some Krispy Kreme donuts. Like if she goes to the doctor or something in Albany.
Really?
She's just so freaking independent. Like I don't see me even being able to function at 92.
Hey, you never know.
And she's got a brain.
Annie said, I'm like her. People say I'm a walking contradiction. Why is that, Ann? Why don't you come on and talk? I put the link in for
Yeah.
you. I love to hear your Latina voice.
I love
Love
listening to y'all way more than I love talking. I know y'all probably find that hard to believe, but it's
No,
true.
I like to hear you talking. Where am I
But
today? Where am I today? I was in the bed a couple times. I was on the couch with you. Where am I now?
I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here on my bed, actually.
So I'm in the bed again.
Because I don't like to go in the living room.
So I'm in the bed again. I've been in
But
your
I'm
bedroom
sitting here
on
with
my
the
own.
light on. Ain't no hanky-panky in this bed. Never has been. My mom sleeps with me. There you go, Bino. There's a sight for sore eyes.
I'm like, so that's why they call an open-minded individual. Open-minded individual?
To a walking contradiction?
A walking contradiction? An open-minded individual?
You are open-minded, Ann, because you accept me, even though you say, you know, like the Christianity thing. And I grew up on the Christianity thing, but...
Why? What's wrong with the Christianity? What do you mean?
Nothing. I'm saying, though, but most people, like where I live, if I went around telling these people around here that I read tarot cards, they would probably have me burned at the stake.
Oh, you're in the Bible Belt down there.
Mm-hmm.
Them Southern Christians are no joke, boy.
Yeah, they probably have me burned.
Yeah, they don't believe in any of that stuff.
Mm-mm.
No, you're right about that. Yeah, they wouldn't be too kind about that stuff for sure. Forget about it. No, how you doing?
Yep.
Like, she's a witch. She's a witch.
Yeah. Exactly right.
You know, that's. I mean, I believe it.
How can you pull a random card out of a deck, and be a witch?
Oh, because they think it's like sorcery type of shit, you know.
I mean, I guess, but
like because Jesus said it, like if you say predict the future and stuff, it's like signs.
Yeah, they put that Bible verse in my chat all the time.
Yeah, dark arts and stuff like that, you know. But listen, there's reading the Bible and there's being a Christian and there's taking things way too far, and that's a problem. Some people take it way. They live by it. They like it's not supposed to be meant word for word.
And also, gossip is considered black magic, if you really want to know, because we're so freaking powerful that gossip can affect people. And what do they do at every corner Baptist church around here?
Listen, I've noticed that some of the most religious people are the biggest gossipers.
And they're judgmental.
And judgers, yeah, like I said, judgers, you know?
Yes.
Knowledge is power, Annie. That's damn straight. I try to learn something new every day. And I know some like random ass weird shit, like crazy shit. Like you wouldn't have. I blow your mind sometimes. I'll come out with something like, "Who started World War I?" You know how did it start? Because they shot the Crown Prince of Austria-Hungary. How I know that? I don't know. I read it somewhere and it's stuck.
Bino said he's chocked full of random information.
No, my Uncle Tony used to say, "You got an overabundance of totally useless information." That's what my Uncle Tony used to say.
I lost my cigarette.
Oh, you're a smoker too, huh?
No, I just vape. I guess that's the same, isn't it?
They say it's worse, actually.
It's like it's my pacifier. I sleep with this thing.
When you smoke cigarettes, what kind of cigarettes you used to smoke?
I used to smoke Marlboro Reds.
Marlboro Reds, that's what I smoke.
But I hadn't smoked them in a long, long, long time. Like at least 10 years.
Oh, cowboy killers.
That's what they call them here.
Oh, cowboy killers.
If you smoke like a Marlboro Light, it feels like you're not even smoking anything.
You want to hear something so weird about my state, about Massachusetts, where I live? You can't buy menthol cigarettes. Menthol is illegal. You can buy any other cigarette because menthol is bad for you. But any other cigarette's not bad.
What?
Like you can't even buy flavored vapes. Like the flavored vapes. Nope.
Well, I smoke Virginia tobacco. That's like the plainest one probably ever.
And cigarettes are way cheaper down south too. We pay fucking $12 a pack.
It's like less than $7 because my dad smokes
I
and he
remember back in
always
the day.
gets me to grab them.
I remember back in the day, like down in Florida, they were like $3 a pack. Like not even that long ago, maybe 10 years ago.
Well, they're like 6 something now after tax because he always gets me to go to the store and he'll give me some money and it'll always be like 6 something.
It's funny when anyone goes on vacation down south, or if they go to Florida or something, they always come back with like 4 cartons of cigarettes because it's so much cheaper down there if they're smokers.
Ann said I smoke Marlboro Red 100s.
That's my girl, Annie with the fanny, the cutie with the booty. I gotta
my
say,
words manifest, and my grandma said to be careful with my words. That's right. That's why I'm talking about the gossip thing.
I've been smoking now. Let me think. I didn't smoke as a teenager, really. I think I started when I was like 20. I've been going over 20 years smoking cigarettes. I used to hate the smell. When I was a teenager, I used to be like, I fucking smoke them things. They stink. And then I ended up smoking. Well, I started drinking. That's when I started smoking. And the funny thing is, I've been sober for 6 years. And I can give up drinking, no problem. I don't have a craving for booze, nothing. Like, I don't even care if people drink around me. Cigarettes, my doctor is giving me the patch, the gum. Now he wants to give me Chantix. Cigarettes are tougher to kick, I think.
I tried Nicorette, and it gave me heartburn.
I did the patch. It gave me fucking, my heart was like ready to jump out of my chest. Gave me like heart palpitations or something. My doctor was like, oh, stop taking it then. It's too strong for you. Imagine that.
Well, I took Adderall for like 11 years because I had a doctor prescribe it to me for ADD, and I got off that. They say that's like manufactured meth, basically. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. I was watching, if you go on YouTube, there's this thing called Street Stories. I don't know if you've ever seen it. They're out in Arizona, and the big problem out there is they call them blues. It's the fentanyl pills. Like no one does heroin anymore. They're all taking those fentanyl pills, and it's like bad. Like they got to, because Arizona, it's right on the border with Mexico, so they just come right over the border.
And it'll randomly kill you because the doses are not regulated or anything.
Well, they smoke them. They smoke the pills. That's what they do. They smoke.
Oh my God.
And like they got it. Like the guy was like, oh, he's like, I kicked heroin like 8 times, and to detox from it. He goes, I tried to detox once from this fentanyl, and it's like 100 times worse. And it like only lasts like an hour, so they got to constantly keep getting more to do it. Like their high doesn't last that long, I guess. Crazy, right?
I'm glad I never tried that because I kicked the Adderall and I kicked the pain pills, and that was bad enough. And I did it without going to like a rehab or anything, but it was terrible. I'm not even going to tell you what I went through physically.
Yeah, I can imagine.
God. It was
See,
like in
me,
the movies.
Like me, like they say alcohol withdrawals can kill you. You know what I mean? But luckily, no, not well. I guess it was luckily, but they put me in a coma, induced coma, because my liver and my kidneys were shutting down, and so I DT'd through a coma. So
when you came out, you were all out of it.
Yeah, exactly. It was all out of my system. Yeah.
That's like a divine intervention to get you sober.
Well, listen. So they called my family at 3:30 in the morning to come in, and they were going to give me the last rites because my numbers were so bad. And then overnight, my numbers came back up. My liver was like completely shutting down. Overnight, my numbers came back up, and I've been fine ever since. Now I go to the doctor every 3 months. They give me they do my blood checks, detect my liver levels, and that my liver's working normal. The liver can actually repair itself, not fully, but it can if you don't. But I can't take aspirin. I can't. There's a lot of things I can't do because I have a bad liver.
Well, I think that you can repair a lot of, like we can repair ourselves naturally, but we don't believe we can. That's part of the problem too.
Well, here's the thing too, like medications, I take one medication and it has nothing to do with my liver. It's for my thyroid. I take levothyroxine for my thyroid once a day. That's the only thing I take.
Does that mean that your thyroid is which way? Because some people's thyroid will make them lose weight, and some people's thyroid will make them. You know what I'm trying to say?
I had a overactive thyroid. Whichever.
So that means like you would lose weight randomly.
Yeah. I had an overactive thyroid, so I take that. You have to take it early in the morning, like you can't eat yet when you take it. So I take it as soon as I get up. I take it. That's all I take is that. But
Well, that ain't too bad.
my liver functions fine. I can't drink. I can't. I don't want to drink anyway. So that ruined my life. I can't. But like if I get a headache or something, I can only take a leaf. I can't take like Tylenol. My doctor said I could, but it's not good to take too much of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
I bet my liver ain't looking too good either, as many pain pills as I've ate.
Oh, that's just as bad on your liver, if not worse.
Mm-hmm, because all the Tylenol in them.
Sure, it's just as bad for your liver, if not worse. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just as bad for your liver, if not worse. But ever since that happened to me, I turned my life around. I had to buy a house. And, I did a lot of things since then because I almost died. So I always equated to this to people, like people that just quit doing drugs or quit doing alcohol. I never quit. It quit me. Like it almost killed me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a different thing than if you
It's
just
almost like you didn't really have a choice. That's the way I feel like my situation worked out. It was almost like there was no really option, you know?
Oh, and how about this, Ann? Now I have a bad liver, right, and everything. I caught COVID, and it felt nothing more to me than like a bad cold, and I caught it right off. And I never got the shots, nothing.
Yeah,
Well, I
me
couldn't get the
neither.
shot. My doctor told me not to get the shot because he didn't know what it would do to me because of my liver. You know what I mean?
All right, y'all. They just got back with my food, and she still might make me cut the grass. But I'm gonna go live later if y'all want to come on there.
Absolutely, I will come on and I'll say, "What's up, girl? How you doing? Forget about it."
All right, and bye to Sarah and Ann, and I love y'all.
And you're gonna come up and talk with me now, so I got someone to talk to. 'Cause I don't like talking to myself. I mean, I'm a good talker. Don't get me wrong, but talking to myself. And if everyone that's in here could please smash that like button, I would appreciate it. If subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Boom, bang, bing. Annie with the fanny, the cutie with the booty. I'm gonna put the link in the room. Gotta come up and talk to me. I feel really upset about it. I'll be crying myself to sleep tonight. Get a copy. Copy. Boom. Oh, you're outside with the fam, so Annie with the fanny can't talk. If everyone else can hear me, happy Labor Day, everyone. From the B to the I to the N to the O. How you doing? Make fajitas. Oh, fajitas sound good now. I could go to the grocery store, buy some fajitas, get some tortillas, cook them bad boys up. How you doing? I could do that. A little dramatic, Oh, well, forget about it. I'm a little dramatic sometimes, Annie. He said a little dramatic, Really? No, me? Never. Ever, ever, ever. Never, ever, ever. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back in 1 second. Stand by. Okay, I'm back. That was Nick calling me, telling me he's going to get his din din. He just got done golfing. I never golfed though. I never golfed. I went to the driving range, but I never been like golfing. Never. I don't know if I like it or not. Like people that like my sister is like a big golfer. My sister, We'll go golfing like all the time. She's like a wicked good golfer. My older sister. But me, I never golfed. I like the driving range. I just say hit the ball far, but that's not what golf's about. It's a game. You got to play the short game, the long game, all that other silly stuff. How you doing? Cousin Sarah, you ever golf? Ann, you ever golf? I'm a big kid now. Remember that Toys R Us commercial? Steve N. I was a pro-am golfer. Okay, well, you spelled golfer wrong. That's for one. Golfer. F, not PH. Steven. So if you were a pro-am golfer, you'd know how to spell it, I would hope. Sarah says, I hate golf. Sarah, come on. Why do you hate golf? Did you ever go golfing? You have to go golfing to say you hate something. I can't play softball. Now, baseball, softball, yeah, I love that. I played baseball as a kid, hockey, like pickup football. I never actually played for a football team. Boxing, I love boxing. Boxing was my thing. My brothers all boxed, all boxing, big in boxing. Annie with the fanny. I'm sure down there over Texas way, they love boxing, don't they? Love it. Softball's fun though. Where'd you play? Slow pitch or fast pitch? You ever watch those girls, like the college softball girls? Man, they throw that ball like all underhand. Oh, that shit is crazy, bro. I never played tennis. I played racquetball. Racquetball was fun. I played racquetball a couple of times. We used to play stickball in my neighborhood though. The old stickball. That was always fun playing stickball. You guys remember highlight? Like highlight was like the biggest fix in the world. Like people bet on it. They used to have it at Hartford. Remember Sarah Hartford highlight? And it was like the biggest. I don't even think it exists anymore. Highlight, but it was like a made up game. Highlight. You guys remember that? Highlight. I knew like a kid that wanted to be a highlight player. He would like go behind these buildings and practice. He had the fucking silly little thing they wear on there, and the highlight fucking what do they call it? I don't even know what it's called. And I got it's gonna bother me. The highlight thing. You never heard of highlight? Highlight. Now, what's the thing they use? Highlight. Oh, hold on. Highlight equipment. Okay, let's see. Oh, the racket's called a cesta. A cesta. A highlight cesta. Your son's a boxer? Really? Yeah, no, yeah, no, it is dangerous. It is dangerous. He's an amateur boxer? Does he want to go pro boxing? Like, what does he do? Can't see him being hit. Yeah, it's got to be tough for a mother to watch her son in there. Is he? He's an amateur or is he a pro boxer? And I love boxing. I like MMA too a little bit, but I'm more a boxing guy. If it came down to me watching a boxing match or an MMA match, I'm gonna watch boxing all day. He wants to go pro. Oh, so he's still amateur. He can make a lot of money though, man. If he's good enough, he can make a lot of money. You gotta just get with the right people though, because a lot of those promoters are really, really corrupt. I mean, look at Mike Tyson. Like the guy, Don King stole all his money. Like crazy. The guy was like one of the biggest boxers in forever, and like he was broke because they stole all his money. Like now you look at the guy like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather's smart. He made like $1 billion because he promotes himself. He puts on all his own fights. You don't need a promoter, which you don't need a promoter. If you can promote yourself, that's what you do. Jill's Hi, Jill. Jill, I'm going to put the link in. I need someone to talk to. And now you're it. Tagging you. You're it. Don't tell me you can't talk either, because Annie with the fanny just told me that, and it's very hurtful. I'm very upset about that, Annie. I'm hurt. She'd rather spend time with the fam, cook it out. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. It does scramble their brains. Yeah, if you get hit too much, it does. Because, if you ever hear old boxer talk, they're all a little, they got slurred speech and stuff. You know what I mean? There's the link, Jill. There. I'm in a few people. You're in a few people. Well, you better get out of them. Oh, you're in a few people's lives. Oh. See? I'm not special. Now who's bar hopping? Now who's bar hopping? See? You yell at me for it. Now who's bar hopping? How you doing? Forget about it. Happy Labor Day. What'd you do for Labor Day? Did you cook anything, Jill? What are you doing? A little cookout going on? I saw your little thank you video today. Look all cute. Made it 1,500 or 1,600? Which one did you get? 15 or 1,600? God bless you. It's the way to build. It's the way to build. I'm hopefully getting these. I got to get the watch time hours up, So hopefully these lives will help me do that. Oh, you don't. 1,600 is awesome. You don't listen. I didn't make you a mod so you could to do anything. You don't have to do anything. I made you a mod so you can put your link in the room when I mention it. Because if you don't, like you did with me, I really, Jill, I'm a mod on your channel. What do I do other than talk gibberish half the time and argue back and forth with Peanut about old age homes and Esther doing body shots off Esther's ass under a bridge? Oh, Peanut. I wish Peanut would come in here. Peanut's never been in my life. I wish he would come in here. I'd give her the link. Me and Peanut could go back and forth. Hey, Joe, I was going to ask you because I didn't stick around the other night too long. How did that go with you and Z, the co show? How'd that go? I think I'm going to make chicken breasts wrapped in bacon tonight for Din Din. That's what I think I'm going to cook later on for Din Din. That's what I'm feeling. But knowing me, I'll end up going out and buying something, takeout. Jill's in too many other lives right now, Anna. So she doesn't want to come join her side piece on YouTube. I wish she would, but, I wish she would come up and join me. But she doesn't want to, so it's okay. It's all right. It's all good in the hood. I'll survive. I will survive. As long as I know how to talk, I know I'll stay alive. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Come on, Anna. Really? Really? I'm surprised Sophie didn't come on. So Sophie, I'm starting to think me and Sophie are in a relationship over here I didn't even know about. I'm only kidding. I wish I could get Peanut on here, though. I would love to get Peanut on here to talk. I bet you Peanut got one of those like little girl, like little squeaky voices. Oh, thank you, Anna. Thank you. I'll send hugs right back to you. Mwah! Big hug and a smooch. On the cheek. On the cheek. I don't play around like that. You're a married woman, so I don't play around like that. Give you a little peck on the cheek. Like friends do, They do that in Europe. Kiss you on both sides of the cheek. Jill can't stay too long. She can't even come up and say, Bam Bam, how are you? I love hearing your voice. No, can't do it. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. You going on live tonight, Jill? Are you going on live tonight? Because if you go on live tonight, I'll come on your channel and I'll talk. If you won't, that's only if you use StreamYard. You probably won't, though. It's only if you do a two-person, right? I just come on through StreamYard now. That's the only way I come. I don't know how to come on the other way. This is the only way I ever came on live. Let's do this. That's it. 1 hour. Ba-boom. I hit the 1 hour mark. It does seem like that, doesn't it? It really does. I'm her gringo now. She's like my gringo. I'm like, oh boy. I'm Sophie's gringo. But she did ask Jill about some other guy though, and I said it was code for Beano. She did though. She did. Remember, Jill? I said that's code for. I was saying everything was code for Beano. Everything's code for Beano. Someone asks a question, that's code for Beano. Does Tim like me? Tim's code for Beano. You don't remember that, Jill? Oh boy, better go back and watch it. Uh, I tell you, the weather is beautiful right now. It's like fall weather. It's not humid. It's not hot. That's my big head. Ouch. You think it's that big? Really? I don't got that big of a head. My head's not that big. You better stop it. Jill, I wish I had the webcam, but Nick got it. All right, put the cam on. Because guess what? I'm wearing a black shirt. Oh boy, forget about it. You already know. uh, oh shit. If everyone could like the video, I would appreciate it. Smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, please. Your husband side-eyeing you? Oh boy. I don't want to start no marital problems over here because I went live. That's not what I'm trying to do here, people. All right? That is not what I'm trying to do at all. I'm just here chit-chatting. I had Marley Marl up here with me talking. She had to go eat her Sonic because her mama got her Sonic. I got cousin Sarah here. I got Annie with the fanny, the cutie with the booty here. I got Jilsis is here. Steven was here. I don't know if Steve is still here or not. I don't even know who's here. But thank you, people, for joining me. I always appreciate it. It's nothing but the best with you people because you guys are the best. Oh, Jilsis. Also, I want to say, if you guys are interested to check out Jill's channel, it's Nafong Pay Tarot. You go over there and you get a free yes or no question. You can also donate. I believe it's $4 for a question from your specific person. She also does mini readings. She does these dice things. She has cards, dice. She has Lenormand, whatever it's called. She has all kinds of stuff. It's pretty cool. Check her out. Jill, put your link in the room. Nafong Pay Tarot. She's a good friend of the show, good friend of mine. Good people right there. And Marley Marl, Marley's Tarot. Check her out too. Marley's not here, so she can't put her link in the chat. But yeah, no, two good friends of mine, two good supporters of my show. I appreciate it. Me and Nick definitely appreciate it. Nick went golfing today. I just talked to him. He's on his way home to go eat some chicken wings. Nick's having chicken wings for Din Din. I have every intention to cook Din Din tonight, but I may end up getting takeout food because I'm a lazy bastard sometimes. I like to cook, but sometimes I just don't got the motivation to do it lately. Well, it's tough when you're cooking for yourself. If you're cooking for a bunch of people, I love it. But if you're just cooking for yourself, to me, it's not the same, you know? Plus, I got to stay off those Stouffer's frozen dinners too, man. I stock up on those things, forget it. That makes it too easy. And it's definitely not good for you. I know that. Tonight I may, I want to cook, I got to cook the chicken breast. But I'm fiending for Chinese food. I haven't had Chinese food in a minute. But if I get Chinese, that means I got to go over the bridge, go to Springfield to get it. Because the place I go to is in my old neighborhood. So I don't know, a few miles away, you got to drive, so it's not too good, you know? But if anyone wants to come up and talk, I will drop the link. If anybody wants to go up and talk, you raise your hand and I'll drop the link for you. And you can come talk with the B to the I to the N to the O about who knows what, whatever you want to talk about. It's open game. Sunday fun day, baby. Sunday fun day with B to the I to the N to the O. Jilsis, are you in tarot rooms, Jilsis? What rooms are you in? Not that you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. If it's a private thing, if like you're in like crocheting 101 or something like that, or needlepoint, tips on needle pointing, that's okay. I understand. You don't got to tell me. Oh, Thank you, Joseph. You didn't have to, honey, but thank you. I appreciate that. I always do appreciate. I always appreciate a donation. Thank you. Thank you very much. I always appreciate when someone donates to the channel. Very appreciated. Thank you, Joseph. I just threw you a nice kiss. Oh, so you're not in needle pointing for beginners, 101, or crocheting for beginners? Crocheting for beginners. Forget about it. My mother was a crocheter. My mother could crochet you a whole blanket if she was like so good at it. She could sew. She was a seamstress too. Like she did both my sister's wedding dresses. My mother was good like that. Very talented woman. God bless her. I miss my mom. My mother's been gone in November 30th. November 30th. It'll be, let's see, 15 years. 15, she died in '07. November 30th, '07. It'll be 15 years. My dad has been gone since 1993, December 7th, 93. So that's what, 29 years my father's been gone. Long time. Yeah. And I had all my grandparents until I was like, well, my one grandmother in '03, both my grandfathers in 2012, and my last grandmother, she was 96, I think, and she died in 2016. That was it. They were all gone. But I got a lot of brothers and sisters, so I got a lot of family still. But once the older generation's gone, like my mom's gone, and especially my mom and my grandparents, like nobody gets together anymore for anything like they used to. They were the glue that held everyone for like holidays and stuff like that. But now, like nobody, the family's not as close. Like my sister does like a brunch on Christmas and stuff, but it's not like it used to be. Like my mom always made sure that everyone was together for holidays and stuff. But when the older generation goes, that's the way it is. People do their own things. And that's it. Like on Christmas Eve, I go to one of my brother's house. He has Christmas Eve. But like Christmas Day, I go for brunch with my sisters, and after that, it's a free for all. If somebody wants to bring me a plate, which usually they do, I get somebody to bring me a plate, and that's usually cool. It's not like I don't get invited to other people. Like other people will invite. Oh, you want to come for Christmas? But if it's not your family, it's not the same. You feel like you're a fifth wheel or something. At least I do, anyways. Excuse me. At least I do, anyways. But yeah, so yeah, it's once the older generation's gone, there goes the holidays and stuff. This is never the same. And my mom, like I said, she's been gone 15 years. I got sober in 2016. So my mother, I wasn't I was drinking and doing whatever I did. So like I lived upstairs. So like my mother would have like holidays, and I'd like whenever I woke up, just like stroll downstairs. And yeah, it was a mess. I just stroll in, make a plate, go back upstairs. Yeah, those were tough times. But I know she's looking down. She's proud I'm sober now and doing the right thing and stuff. I know she's looking down. She's proud. But you live and you learn, right? Everything's about living and learning. If you don't make mistakes in your life, I said, if you make mistakes in your life, you should learn from them. If you make mistakes and you don't learn from them, well, then you're just an idiot. You're just repeating the same things over and over. It's like putting your hand over a fence to pet a dog. It's bit you 8 times, and you're still trying to pet him. At that point, you're an idiot, right? It's probably not the best way to compare things, but that's what things came to mind for me. Dog biting you. You can't let the same dog bite you twice, right? Sometimes in life, though, you let them bite you 5 times before you learn. That's what happens sometimes. What are you gonna do? So yeah. Hey, Jill. You can't see my Cash App? It's $B71874. Was it too small? What was I talking about? Oh, Jill, you still here? That girl, I believe, is at 91K now. The phony baloney. I don't mention her name because I don't want to give her no. The fake homeless girl in the car. She's roping people over there, buddy. Roping people. Unbelievable. Some people, I tell you, unbelievable. Oh no, I said Jill. That person, that fake person. Yeah, she's got like 90 something, like 91,000 now since July 23rd. Like she got more after people exposed her that she's a fugazi. Fugazi's a fake in Italian. She's a phony, baloney. Tell you, man. But that's karma, man. You're gonna do stuff like that. Karma's gonna bite you right in the butt. Yeah, she's working it. And the thing is, Jill, I don't get is people know she's a phony, and they still. I was like, wow. And she's not entertaining. All she does is talk about herself. Like, oh, I went to the beach today, and I saw dolphins, and they were jumping up and down dolphins, and I'm so great, and and I'm gonna buy a Mercedes truck now. Like, wow. But blessed be God that I'm here. God wanted me to have a YouTube channel. Like, dude, she's just, I don't know. She's all over the map. But if you're a person that's been around people that are like scammers and stuff like that, I can see right through people like that. I can see right through when someone's a fake like that. I can see right through them. They don't fool me, not one bit. Ah, Marley, you want to come back up? Marley will talk to me. Marley loves me, right, Marley? Who's that, Sarah? Oh, that the fake girl. Why, you went and watched some of her videos, Sarah? How about she calls everyone watermelons? What you doing, watermelons? Dude, my skin crawls when I hear her say that. Oh, Annie, thank you, honey. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Annie. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. You're the best. Mwah! On the cheek. On the cheek. On the cheek, Annie. That's on the cheek. Remember, I'm not trying to get no problems with your husband over there. Blowing kisses on YouTube. Who's the guy blowing kisses at you, Anna? Oh, that's just some gringo. That's my gringo friend. I am. Marley, there's. Did I send the link? I thought I sent the link. Marley, I'm sending you the link again. I need you to come on here. Please. I can't talk to myself this much, Marley. I start to think I'm crazy. There. Now let's get Marley Marl up here. I got Jill and Marley in here. Oh, if Sophie comes in, what am I going to do? Then it's like I'm done for. I'll have my fake YouTube girlfriend in here. I'm a side piece for another one. And then one that I'm in a relationship that I don't know about with. This is too much, people. I don't know what to do with myself here. I'm only making jokes. I joke. Marley, you going to come on and talk? I want to hear all about Sonic. Supersonic. Remember that song, Supersonic? Supersonic. Marley?
Yeah. So the girl in the car.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't mention her name.
There's no possible way she looks like that and lives in a car, bruh.
Right?
No, because I don't even live in a car. And when I wake up, I don't look like that.
Yo, perfect teeth, always hair done to a T. Like
but
she's
I'm
like,
saying the
she's like, I
hair
just woke
should
up.
be
It looks like
greasy.
That's what I'm saying. Like she's like, oh, I just woke up. I sleep in the back of my car. Her hair, it looks like she just left the salon.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. I wanted to believe her at first too. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, because I know that we were talking about it in the beginning, but truly, like my heart wanted to believe her because people do deal with that.
But here's the thing: she played on different things. She played on first the religion thing. She played on she was abused and a boyfriend wanted to kill her. Yet she goes on YouTube and says exactly where she is. That don't add up, you know. Then she played on that she went to stay out there and her grandmother hated her and wouldn't let her stay and kicked her out. The father. Then it comes out that she's left her kid. She abandoned her kid. She abused the kid and left the kid. And people still support her. I don't get it. I won't say her name because I refuse to contribute to that support.
Well, this is how I see it. So the kid thing, I would be like, well, if that was the only thing about it, I'd be like, well, we don't know all the details. They might have twisted it. We don't really know for sure. I try not to judge because people could take things I've done in life and twist it around and make it sound like I was a bad mama, but the bottom line is the hair thing. I know that sounds like shallow, but there's no way.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, no.
And the video editing, okay,
Professionally.
you have to learn to do that. That's not she makes it look easy just because, but it's not.
Exactly. She's got someone helping her with that.
Here I
Jill,
am with my marker board in a year and a half, and I don't even have 2,000 subscribers, and I give somebody free stuff every time I go live.
exactly. Jill, you better stop it because, truth be told, Jill, you are the only one that has my phone number. Remember that. You're the only one. So what does that tell you? You better stop it, Jill. Numero uno. My linguini. What about linguini, Jill? What about linguini? How was your Sonic, Marley?
It was crappy, but it was not having to cook.
It was edible.
There you go.
It was edible.
Yeah.
I've only tried Sonic one time. There's only one up here that I know of around here. Sarah, you know where it is, right on Boston Road. I only tried it one time, and I swear it when you like if you heat something up in the microwave, that's what the burger tasted like. Like it was like preheated in the microwave or something. It didn't taste right.
Yeah.
So I never went back after that. I don't know. Do you guys got DQ though down there, Dairy Queen? DQ.
Yeah.
DQ got a good burger.
Yeah, it's all right. Chick-fil-A is the only good one.
Oh, Chick-fil-A is really good. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is like the best. But like I said, that's a drive for me. And I know you said it's a drive for you too. And you make that drive. I am way too lazy to be making that drive. Only time I get it is if I go to my friend's house and he lives by there. So if I'm going there,
work hard to be lazy sometimes. I do that. That's terrible, isn't it? If I put as much effort into being lazy as just doing whatever I'm supposed to do, it'd be easier probably.
Well, in your defense, you said the key words. You work hard, so you can be lazy.
Yeah, but I do. I work hard to be lazy. That's bad.
You work hard. Like, okay, I'll say one thing, right? Like with Jill. Jill does this now. You had a career before, obviously, but now she does this now. But she puts like, Jill, what was your live last night? Like
her
7 hours?
Was 7 hours the other day.
God bless you. I could not go. Right now, my eye is twitching. I'm at 1 hour and 18 minutes. My eye is starting to twitch.
I whine. I'm like, oh my God, I went 2.5 hours. And then whenever she was on with Z, I came into the live, and then afterwards I went live for like 2.5 hours. I got off, and when I went back on YouTube, I was laying down just scrolling, and she was still live.
Yo, like I said, my eye is twitching sometimes. That's a long live.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it. I would do it.
It makes me think, well, maybe I need to make mine longer, but I don't know if I could do it because I feel like I'm tired when I get off. Maybe I just haven't done it that long. I don't know.
And Jill, sometimes if I don't pop in, don't think I don't go back and watch. I watch. How you doing? I do watch. Same with you, Marley. I'll watch yours sometimes too afterwards if I don't make it in there. Probably because I'm paranoid. Like I like to see what people are saying about me. Like, what are they saying? No, I'm like it.
And that was cool when you had Z on there, Jill. And she was answering questions for people. Well, not, like the advice thing, that went together good.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Z with the enlightenment thing. No, she's good with that. She's got the type of voice you want to listen to. Absolutely. And Jill has a great voice. I've always told Jill she has a voice of like an operator. Like, I love it. It's the best.
But she goes good with the tarot thing. She came in my live the other day and asked me a free question, and I was intimidated to give her the answer. Z, anybody that has any kind of knowledge, I always get intimidated when they ask me a tarot question.
I always wonder how that works. Like, do you guys read for yourselves?
I can't.
Jill, do you read for yourself?
I'm too emotionally involved with the answer.
Like
So,
I always wondered if tarot card readers actually do themselves. Like I know, like if you're a tattoo artist, you're not going to tattoo yourself, but I know people do, and it doesn't ever come out good.
I tried to learn tarot just because I was obsessed with it for myself, but then it didn't work.
What to do it? To read your own self?
Yeah, she said no. So see, she's like me. She doesn't like to read for
Yeah,
herself.
no. And my friend Gina too. She doesn't read for herself. She has someone else who reads for her. They read for each other.
And Becca B Tarot, do y'all know her? She's like probably about like mine and Jill's channel, like a small channel.
Yeah.
And she does like yes or no questions and stuff. She'll come in there sometimes and ask a question, and I'm always like, oh God, what if I answer it wrong? You know, because if it's a reader and they see the cards, and then
Well,
you're scared you're not going to answer it the same. Because well, sometimes I think we read different. I don't know.
well, no. I think people. Jill, correct me if I'm wrong. But different people can interpret different cards in a different way. Not everybody's
Yeah.
going to interpret it the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right about that, Jill?
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one that won't read for myself because I feel like I can't.
Oh, no, if you can't, you can't, right?
Because like it's like this. So if you want to ask something like, "Am I gonna make $100,000 with this new business adventure?" You want the answer to be yes.
Of course
So
you do.
you're gonna manipulate it to where it'll work out the way you want it to be.
Oh, you can. That's like we were talking about the Bible. You can interpret any answer you want to be okay.
Yeah.
Say I said, "Oh, does Marley really love me, or
Thank you, Jill.
Does Jill really love me?" And the answer is like, "Well, I'm not seeing love. I'm seeing maybe they care about you as a friend, so they care, right?" I'm telling you, people can just read whatever they want out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But see, when you're reading for people you don't know, I mean, well, you might know them from the chat, but you know what I mean. You just reading for people that the outcome doesn't change anything in your life directly. I think that's the best people to read for, especially me. Like I'm new, you know, so I don't have any kind of emotional bias with the answer. I just say what comes out. The only thing is, I still have problems. Like I feel bad when an answer comes out. Like I know how the person probably wants the answer to go,
Yeah.
but then I feel obligated to tell what I see, and then I kind of feel bad, but I just, oh well.
Now let me ask you something. Like I know Jill. Well, I'm pretty sure Jill doesn't either. But I know, like my friend Gina, like she tells people, "Don't ask me health questions. I won't answer them." Do you guys answer health questions?
I don't like answering them. I just tell them, you know, that I'll do my best. I always tell them time is something else because you're reading energy. How can a time is a human thing?
Yeah. Well, I know my friend Gina. She absolutely will not read anything to do with health. You do? You do? I didn't know you did, Jill.
You drawing?
But I don't see a lot of people asking health questions, too much health questions, anyways.
They mostly want to know what people think about them
Well, that's exactly what it is.
every time.
You know what that is? That's his lack of communication. If people communicated more, they wouldn't have to wonder, right?
Mm-mm. And I feel like if you don't know what they think about you, honestly, that's not your person.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Anne said, I want to be a millionaire. Me
No.
too.
I put that. I said, you and me both. You and me both. I want to be a millionaire too.
That'd be
Just
great.
1 million, I'll be good. Just 1 million, I'll be good. I'd preferably be more than one, but I just told someone to wait, if possible, about her daughter having surgery. Oh, so you do answer them. Like I said, I know a couple of people that won't. And some people do, some people don't. I guess it's your own comfort level with it, right?
Yeah, probably.
Like if I had that ability and I could see that, say someone like, oh, like you got something really bad, I wouldn't want to be the one to tell them. You know,
Yeah.
I really wouldn't want to be the one to tell them personally. But to each their own, right?
Thank you, Anne.
I kind of stopped getting readings because well, I don't know. I just kind of stopped because it's a little bit overload for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bye, Jill. Thank you so much, Jill. I appreciate everything you did for me. Thank you very much. And I'll probably see you tonight. You know me. I'll be bar hopping. That's what I do. How you doing? How you doing? You know, I keep. It sounds like someone keeps like knocking at my back door. Hold on a second.
Just keep
Absolutely not. No one knocking at my door.
swimming.
There's no one there, but I keep hearing it. Like, ooh, I'm going crazy,
Going nuts.
going cuckoo, going bonkers, going bonkers.
What are you drawing?
I'm at a point in my life where I don't really care of being accepted by all. I'm at that point too, and you just get to a point where if people don't like me, that's their problem. You know,
Yep.
if people don't like me, that's their problem. I can't control the way other people feel about me. You know, if you like me, great. If you don't, that's your even better. You know,
I think I should move
where you want to move to?
somewhere else. I've lived here all my life.
Where do you want to go? You
I have
obviously want.
no idea. I don't
Well,
have a place. Oh, honestly, I thought about our home store that's like where I work already.
yeah.
Our home store is in Marianna, Florida, and they've already tried to get me to move there before. And it's not that big of a place, but it's way bigger than here.
Well, yeah. Well, you wouldn't get no snow, so there's a plus.
But I wouldn't have to pay state income tax.
No, but they get you in other ways down there.
Oh,
Florida gets you in other ways. Stuff's a little more expensive. They tax differently on other things. It evens itself out, and you don't make as much. I don't know what you make
someone.
now, but Florida, you don't make as much money. Like my job in Florida, I would take like a $9 an hour cut.
Oh,
Let me tell you something, Anna. I would love to move to Texas. I would love to move to Texas. All my exes
oh
live in
God! Here we go
Texas.
again,
Do,
Margaret.
do, do. All my exes live in Texas.
That's a real song too,
Going
y'all.
on down to San Antonio. Going on down to El Paso.
I bet it is pretty where you are, Ann.
I would like to go to Texas by the like close to the
I
Gulf
bet,
because the water's close, like by the Gulf. You by the Gulf, Anna?
and there's probably a lot of room where you live. Like the houses aren't so close together. Even though I live in a small town, my neighborhood, I told you I have a small yard, and the houses are like bam, 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 bam.
Oh, that's
Like
always.
when I do my general readings in the backyard, you know how I always, well, y'all might not know it, but when I do general readings, I do them outside. So at least they don't have to look at my pink curtain in the wall when I make a video. And so there's this lady that lives behind me, and she'll be out there at the fence, and she'll just be looking at me like she wants to talk. And so I got the phone and I'm talking to it, and I just done got to where I do it anyway while she stares
Well,
because they're so close.
Marley, just a little hint here, little tip. If you're trying to not let the locals know about your little fishery, I wouldn't sit out back doing it.
I do it. If you look at my channel history, you'll see all the general readings are in the backyard. Yep.
Grand Rising Z.
There's Z.
Grand Rising Z.
Don't you want to come up here because you have important things to say, and I'm sitting here talking about my yard and the grass.
Hold on, I'm gonna send Z the link. Hold on, see if she wants to go on. You just missed Jill Z. Jill was just here. I was asking her how your guys' thing went the other night. Sounded good to me.
It went 7 hours.
7 hours. That's a long time, man. I don't know if I could do 7 hours. I'm at an hour and a half right now. My left eye is about to pop out of my
I'm always
socket.
about to pee in my pants by the time I get done in 3 hours.
Oh yeah, well, well, you can pause it and you can just mute it and go to the bathroom. You mute it and I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
I know.
That's what I would do.
Hey,
Hey, Z, how are you?
can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you? How you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. And Marley, because you brought that up, now I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. You girls talk amongst each other. Yeah.
Did you stay on there for 7 hours, Z?
Yeah. I talked mostly like at the end. Like,
Okay.
yeah, for a longer period of time, but it was like really awesome. It was amazing. I just was like, wow.
Y'all should do
know.
that again.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do it again and just working out like some of the kinks to it, you
Yeah.
know, um having it structured, a little better. And so I suggested that like the next time that we do it, this coming week, we could maybe pick a night that's normally slower,
Mm-hmm.
and see if that helps bring more people in also. But if it does stay slow, that gives us a chance to kind of try it out, like how the format, so yeah, I thought it was like I thought it was awesome. It was really cool.
Yeah, because it
Like,
goes
okay.
so good. What you're talking about goes so freaking good with the tarot thing. Like it's a combination. They get both at the same time.
It's like a double whammy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now what'd you say?
I said, I just think it goes so good with tarot, with
Yeah,
you being on there.
yeah, and it's so original.
You
Jill
never
came up
have a
with that.
tarot reader having some other kind of, you know.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. And I told her that I'm like, nobody else is, doing this.
Definitely unique.
So
Definitely unique.
yeah, so I'm like, yeah, we definitely, got to do this again. And just thinking about different things, like maybe even just having a separate channel where, that's what we do, you know. So yeah, it was
So
really
you
awesome.
think it lasted 7 hours because it was a Friday night and people weren't going to work the next day, probably?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was actually very busy to begin with as far as the readings. That list was really long right at the beginning, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, and then, on top of trying to do the free list, it was constant donations coming in too. So when you have that, I mean, that's a great thing, of
That's
course,
a beautiful thing.
But it's
but
overwhelming, I'm sure.
yeah, and that in and of itself can take 3 or 4 hours just doing that.
Yeah.
That's why I always
So
feel kind of bad about how I do mine, but it's just me doing it, you know. And so when they first come in, I take like, say, 25 people, free people. And then as the donations come, I just let them skip the line because if I left the free ones open,
Oh, to be here all
it
night.
all, yeah, it already takes
yeah,
2 or 3 hours to do because I take a long time for each question. I need to learn to shorten it up somehow. I don't.
yeah, well, it's different with yours because you're actually given a tarot read based on their question rather than it being structured to be a yes or no. See, when you do those yes or no's,
They're quick.
that can go real quick, and
Right.
you can say a few sentences and you can move through a list. But when you're giving like sort of like a little mini read, yeah, it is going to take time. So that's cool that you set yourself a number of, okay, this is how many, I'm going to do. I mean, because the main purpose of offering the free read is really to bring, awareness to the channel and stuff like that. I
Yeah, because
mean,
it's really
give back.
helping me grow. It's helping
Yeah,
me grow by doing that.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And you'll
Absolutely.
get blessed. It's a give back as well. Because
Hmm.
there's people that would pay for the reading, but they don't have $5. You
That's
know,
right. And that's why
so
when people come in and I'm bad about this. So I'll be like, I'm going to do 20, right? And then I'll close it and they'll come in right after I close it. And then I'll end up doing 25 because I can't tell them that. I don't know.
right, right.
Anne
I
says,
know.
Marley, you should charge lucky number 7. Do y'all think I don't charge enough? I just charge them $5 because I don't want to,
That's
like,
all. That's that. There's no right or wrong answers to that. It's how you
Yeah,
feel. Like I know
yeah.
somebody charges $20 a question. That's how
Yes,
you
I
well,
saw that.
whatever you feel comfortable.
the
Yeah, I saw.
$5 gives me like not that much pressure is one reason why I
Right.
charge 5.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
I get it. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I feel like it's whatever's comfortable with, with you.
right.
Oh,
Because I have seen that $10 a question, $20 a question. And I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, when you have a person that'll offer you a whole reading for $20, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. And I can understand like feeling a certain pressure,
When
if
they
they're
pay more.
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like, did I really do what I was supposed to do? I may up it a little bit, but I am getting to the point now where I actually get at least a few donations in each chat. So maybe once I hit like a certain number of subscribers, I might up it to 7 or something. But
it's whatever you feel comfortable with. Like I told you, it's whatever you feel you want to do. There's no right or wrong answer. Z, I wanted to ask you though. Then
Mhm.
like doing a 7 hour thing, does that drain you? Like energetically, like drain you from
Um,
answering so many questions?
Well, you know what? It didn't this time. Like, if I was actually like answering questions, no, I wouldn't did that for 7 hours. I would have been definitely
Yeah,
drained.
yeah. I figured. Yeah,
A good portion of it, was people, just kind of like, getting the readings and stuff like that. So that kind of helped. And I talked more so towards the end, where probably in the last maybe 3 hours is when you heard me saying the most things and people actually asking me direct questions. Some people were trying to get readings. They were a little confused. They were trying to get a reading from me. And it's like, I mean, if you want to put it in a generic sense, yeah, I'm psychic, but like, yeah, I don't do like traditional like
yeah,
readings because I may not always pick up energy off everybody. It's just honestly, they're getting the reading, they're typing in the chat, and I may feel a connection to the person, particularly if they've got a picture up.
yeah,
And I'll get information like, okay, say this to them. They need to hear this. One person was getting a reading from Jill, and um, I asked Jill, I said, hey, she she needs one of those wisdom of the Tao cards. If it's okay with her, can you pull her another card? And I said, shuffle them this time, and
hmm
I'm just telling her what I'm being told. And so that card comes up and I forget what it was, but she comes in like, oh, I really needed to hear that message. And that was what I said. I said, I feel like it's a message that she needs to hear. So sometimes, you know, it comes like that, you know and when you're like general talking about a person, if you're just saying, hey, does Jay really love me or whatever, I may not really pick anything up on that. You might have to tell me what Jay's real name is, maybe what he looks like, something like that, and then I may start to pick up on the energy. Or if you tell me about a situation in the relationship, I'll kind of start to see it like
yeah.
playing out or whatever. But it depends on the person though. Some
It's not
energies.
inside the box, basically. It's not like a
Right.
set thing.
Right. So I could never be like, like, hey, I'm a psychic and come pay me
Yeah,
for
yeah,
readings.
yeah.
Yeah, I could never do that. But,
Well, then you know what that makes you? That makes you an honest person because a lot of people do that and they don't
oh,
have any
yeah.
they don't have any ability at all, you know?
Right, right. And they start asking you a bunch of questions, because we're so similar in like our lives, like things that happen to us and how we respond to them. So you can, in some cases, ask like very general questions and then give a reading to somebody because it's just like human nature. Is what you really are reading rather than the
Mm-hmm.
outcome of their life, that sort of thing. Like I've seen that, and yeah, like I'm very honest, probably to a fault,
No,
you
that's
know.
never to a fault. It's only to a fault when you get people to take advantage of that, and then it's to a fault.
Exactly. Exactly. But I would never use, my gifts to, mislead or harm someone. The gifts are such a blessing. And I'm so, grateful for them that, I could never like use it to, you know, not bring truth to somebody. That's just not in my character. I forget stuff from all those years on the peace pipe, and so I can't remember my lies if I want to lie. So is just tell the truth, and that way I'll always remember, because it's the truth. You
I
know,
even tell people sometimes, like, okay, this question you're asking, I really don't know if I'm going to be able to answer it, but I'll pull the cards and show you what I get. And whatever comes to me, I'll tell you what it is. But I'm just going to do my best. But I really don't know if I can answer this, you know?
Yeah, and that's very, honest, and people appreciate that, and it's like sometimes, like if I'm listening to you guys do readings, I'll pick up on something, with the person or whatever. And then I might say something like, uplifting to them, like in the chat or something like that, if I feel compelled to.
Yeah.
But it's like some of the questions that I see people asking you guys, I'm just like, how they supposed to
What?
know that?
And,
Like
and
what?
not only that too, if the more you join into the chats, you'll see the same people asking the same questions like
Oh,
every
it's
day.
the exact same ones.
And they
Yes.
come back the next
Mhm.
day, and I don't ever remember what the cards say the day before. But
Right,
there's a
right.
couple people that I know their situation pretty much because they come
Yep.
so often.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like if you're questioning it this much,
I just want to
Move
tell
on.
them, like, get them to grow. That's what my intention is. But then whenever that happens, I'm like, what can I tell this person to get them to grow? That's why sometimes they pick at me for being too brutal. Like, I'll just be like, look, you deserve better than this person, or this is not a good
yeah,
idea. But I'm just
yeah,
telling you because I feel like I can sleep at night if I tell you that because their cards are
right.
terrible.
Right. Yes. And it's like, tarot's great until you get the message that you don't really want to hear, and people,
They
don't
get
really,
mad sometimes.
yeah, yeah, you know, and it's like, and I mean, there's some people that just don't make a move in life unless a psychic tells them to,
And
you
that's
know,
kind of
I, I,
sad.
I I know
yeah,
I know a couple of people like that. They like live their whole lives off it. And I'm like, that's not what you should be doing at all. Like, I mean,
right.
We're so
you can use it
freaking
for
powerful,
guidance.
man.
You can use it for guidance. You can use it for certain things,
It's guidance. Yep.
but don't live your life by it. You have to, make your own choices in life. You can, that's why I love that a lot of readers like Jill and everything, even in their description says, this is for fun. To
Yes.
give you guidance, but you don't live by it. Don't. It's. I'm not here to tell you what to do or not to do. You know what else, G? I was going to say, like you have the ability to read people and read their energies and stuff. Like I know a lot of these psychics that they use a lot of tools that whether it's crystals or something. You don't use any of that, correct?
No, it can, if I did, it would probably like help enhance
Yes,
things.
and
But no, I've never used anything, just the natural energy that, speaks to me. Yep.
That's when
That's
you
the,
know you. That's when you know you have a true gift. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Hey, I'm going to mute my mic for just a second, but I can hear
No,
you guys.
go right ahead. Go right ahead. Now, Marley. Look, so Marley, what got you into it? What got you into reading tarot? I mean, I think you said before because you were in a relationship that went bad or something.
yeah, and I got like obsessed in an unhealthy way, and I started like watching the readings like in an obsessive way. It was very unhealthy. Like, you know how like people get stuck on video games and stuff, and they're really
Yeah.
unhealthy stuck on it. I literally learned tarot because I watched it that intensely. For like a year and a half, this person like came up in my head and wouldn't go away. Like it was weird. And I think it was honestly just partfully to keep me by myself for a little while so I could like
Grow,
heal and be on my
heal and grow,
own. And
heal and
yeah,
grow.
I really think that's why. Because I don't even, now I'm looking back and I'm like, why the hell? It's gone now, but it was weird. It was like you wake up thinking about the person, you go to sleep thinking about the person.
Annie said she used to read tarot too, but her husband doesn't approve of it, so she doesn't do it anymore. Well, not everybody agrees with it. I get it.
You think so, Anne, that we get channeled messages? Do you think that's what it is? See, I don't know enough about it to even know. I feel like sometimes when you get on there, you figure out how many people are so broken. They think
Yeah,
they have to have a person to be happy.
that's the problem. That is definitely the problem with a lot of people.
Yeah.
You got to be happy with yourself before you can be happy with anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the
Yep.
absolute truth. If you're happy with yourself and you love yourself,
And
then
that person is only supposed to add to the situation. It's not supposed to be like
well,
they
relationships are
have.
not meant to be a struggle. I mean, you obviously have struggles, but it's not. It's supposed to be your happiness, and if it's constant, not happy, and you got to question things, then you're in the wrong relationship.
And if the relationship, like if you and this person have a disagreement about a situation and you don't work past it and you go back to that same exact disagreement over and over, that's when it becomes a cycle
Absolutely,
of shit.
absolutely, absolutely, 110%. I'm not gonna say
Typing in
100%.
real quick. My new motto is, if it doesn't bring me peace, it must cease.
That's
You are
right.
not here adding to my peace that I already have. You gotta go.
That's it.
And
Kick
yes,
rocks.
yes, Marley, you are so right. There are a lot of like broken people,
Yes.
and I mean, I realized that on Friday as well. You
You know what too?
Mm-hmm.
You know what too though? And I hate to say this, but it's true. Some people enjoy the brokenness. Some people enjoy the attention they get from being that way. It's really sad, but it's true. I've just
know.
noticed it with people.
I think it's a subconscious thing because if you watch Joe Dispenza, he's like a neurologist or something. So he has the scientific education behind him. He's not just woo woo, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
he says that our brains produce certain chemicals when we're in certain emotional states.
absolutely. They call it endorphins. Endorphins.
And so whenever they're sad or whatever, this is how powerful we are. We get addicted to those chemical releases. So we will subconsciously manifest more situations. And if you tell someone that, they will get mad at you.
Yeah,
But I've
Yeah,
done that before.
and that's so true. And I was just having a download moment earlier today, and I pulled out my phone and just started like recording the thoughts I was having, so I didn't lose them. And it's very like interesting how we don't take the responsibility for our own life, and we have a victim mindset for everything. Everything's happening to me, and
Yes.
it's like, okay, you say the universe is always working out for me. Well, then why is all this bad stuff happening? Why did this last person treat me that way? And it's still understanding that they treated you that way because the universe was working for you.
Yeah,
Sometimes
because
the
that
universe
was a
tests
lesson for
you.
you to learn. Yeah.
Exactly. And what they do is they come in and they expose the things that you need to heal. So the question lies within you to ask yourself why, you know, you allowed that. It's
What
like
did I learn
feel
about
this,
me?
right. You feel this connection to people, you feel the love. There's always something positive because they wouldn't have gotten into your life. And so now that positivity, is gone. You're not feeling the love anymore. And the question remains, why is it that the connection that you feel and the love that you feel for that person takes precedent over the connection to yourself and the love that you feel for yourself? We abandon ourselves to stay in toxic situations. And so then we have to
Mm-hmm.
ask why. And typically it stems from some type of abandonment wound. This is a
Mm-hmm.
feeling of love. This is a feeling of a connection to someone. And I'm too scared to lose it because what if I never find it again?
Yeah.
What if no one ever accepts me, or loves me again? And and
that's a
it's
good point.
and it's so it's like, yeah, the universe. is working for you. Get your high when that stuff happens, that is your higher self, the God in you
Tough
calling you up.
love.
Yes, it's calling you up to a higher vibration. And the thing is that we naturally don't listen because it's not what we want to hear. So it's like, okay, it is for your benefit because I'm going to make it so difficult and so uncomfortable for you to stay at this vibration. Oh, you ain't had enough hurt? Okay. Well, this one's going to hurt you worse
Yep,
than the
Yeah.
last one because I see you didn't get it. You didn't
that's
get it
right.
right there. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I'm gonna tell you, each like relationship hurt, it was like, kind of deeper than the next one. And it was like, whoa, what? But I still wasn't getting that the lesson was about self-love. You
Well,
know,
Yes.
it was
yeah, you're
about
right.
loving myself
And I
despite.
always learn the hardest way. Like it's
Yes,
when
me
I try
too.
to give people advice, it's only because I learned it the
Yeah,
hardest way.
me too.
You're
Yes.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, they say a hard hit make a soft ass.
Yeah. No, you're right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm like, yeah. And it
Absolutely.
definitely, I am very hard headed, always
No.
have been. And only in the last situation did I just say, okay, big lesson here. You've been telling me for about 30 years to trust myself and trust my intuition and believe in myself, and I get it. And I won't ever not listen again because when I saw the way things played out, it was like, oh, nobody can tell me that spirit guides and angels and ancestors are not real. You can't tell me that because they had my back. Their voice was loud. The voices were so loud the whole time, like it was when I was a kid and I used to talk to them. I mean, they were working overtime, scrambling around because everything they told me to do, I wouldn't do. I would go do something different and I'm messing stuff up. So they coming through like just trying to guide me. And and then I finally in the end, I listened, and I was just like, I vow that I will never not listen again. And so since then, I just obey, you
And
know.
it seems like
Yeah.
for me when I'm kind of like decently on the path I need to be on, they get quieter. Is that the way it is for you? Like it's like
Um,
the guidance is quieter because I
right,
guess I'm
because
doing what I need to be
yeah,
doing,
because
maybe.
you got them. They're not constantly yelling at you and telling you,
But that's the
hey,
way
hey.
I felt lately. Like it's kind of quieter.
Mhm.
You know what else too? You know what else too? For me personally, everyone's different, obviously. Um, I've come to recognize what are trigger points, what triggers me, and to avoid those trigger points because that has a lot to do
Yes.
with it. You have to avoid trigger points. And people
Yes,
need to recognize what triggers them, and a lot of people don't
yes.
recognize that, and that's a problem.
And that was something I was talking about in one of them videos of about coexisting with that trauma and with those wounds, and it's just knowing what can trigger that scar within you and removing it or not responding a certain way
Exactly. Don't
because see, you
respond.
got to be aware first. If you're not, I mean, you can't heal what you're not aware of.
And one
you
hundred
know
percent, 100%.
and that's the struggle that we all come to because I'm real good at convincing people to like start meditating and try to keep with it, and they do it and they're feeling great, they're flying high, but just
But
that
you have
that
to be
meditation.
persistent with it. Like,
Right.
You
And
can't
it's
just
yeah.
do it when you want to do it. You
right.
have to keep a schedule of when. Like
You need a
I recently started meditating, and
mhm.
it has really helped me a lot with
Yeah,
dealing with certain things. You know what I mean?
and you
It helps me.
get you a spiritual ritual,
Yeah,
like a routine that you do. It's like a job. It really is. It's a job for yourself. you know and like we get to feeling good from that meditation and think we're healed because we cried a few tears about some things and I'm feeling great, so everything's good and I'm all healed. And meditation alone, doesn't, just because you're meditating doesn't mean that you really address those wounds, and really paid attention to how they have structured your life. See, when you start going deep, then that's when you got to come to that duality in you, that negative side, and that's where everybody pumps the brakes. Because who wants to think like, man, I was a shitty person, that was a shitty move that I did right there. I mean, like, who really wants to sit up and think negative about themselves and think about people that they've hurt or whatever, and the hardest thing in all of this is forgiving yourself, but You got to forgive yourself. You're always perfectly where you're supposed to be on your journey. So you have to forgive yourself for where you were on your journey and the way that you chose to learn certain lessons. No one can place a judgment over how you chose to learn your lessons, and I look at it like being mad at a 5-year-old kid because they want to play all the time. But they're a kid. That's where they're at on their journey right now. So you're going to be mad at a 5-year-old because they want to play, and so you can't be mad at yourself for where you were. You were spiritually a
Yeah.
5-year-old, and that's why you did the things that you did. As long as you can recognize, apologize, forgive, and move forward, the true, like, being sorry about something means that you change it. That's a real apology. Means that you're going to do different. Like, I acknowledge that I was wrong and I'm going to go forward and be different. That's what an apology actually is. And the
Changing the
Because
forgiveness.
behavior.
because
Yeah,
too many apologies are just shallow things. They don't
shallow
mean any.
words.
They don't mean anything. I mean, but getting to the trigger point thing, emotional trigger points are, to me, one of the worst things ever. Whether
Yeah,
it be a death of somebody, or a loss of something, or if you're too happy, these are all trigger points, and people need to understand and recognize what these trigger points are and what they do to them mentally. Mental health is number one, absolutely.
yes. Yes, and it's so much to make us mentally unstable. Just this society, the
Absolutely.
conditioning that we're given, in the conditioning, you really are made to feel kind of like worthless, powerless, and less than, you know, and it's like you get crumbled into pieces. And then there comes that point where your soul just starts calling out for you, and all of this shit's uncomfortable now. And, it's like now I got to do something, different, you know, and that's when you start to, start trying to find like spiritual practices, listening to, certain kinds of videos and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm out walking. It's the neighbor's dog. He's saying hi to me. you know? But yeah, and so that uncomfortableness happens with the constant state that we're in. We stay in these cycles, and because we don't get our lessons the first time, we repeat them.
Absolutely,
We date the
absolutely.
same person over and over. We have the
With a
same kind of
different
friends
face
with
most
a
Yeah,
of the
different
time.
face and body. Yep. And it's just all the same. And
it's
I did
because
that
I
for 20 years.
it's because I honestly believe that we subconsciously attract the same people, because our
Absolutely.
boundaries aren't up, that we don't that will tolerate it, and they can sense that, and
Yes.
that's why you keep attracting the same person over and over again. And I constantly tell people, you have to have boundaries. You have to let people know what is acceptable and what is not acceptable in your life, because if not, they're going to walk all over you, and you're going to keep allowing it, and you're going to keep in that cycle of the same person, like you
And
said,
it
Yep.
also,
different
I
face,
also
same
believe that
person.
they, I also believe that you attract. So just say if you do raise your vibration and you've actually learned the lesson good enough that they'll send you something quote unquote better, whatever you want to say it is. I feel like they're going to send you one more of those so you can prove to the universe that you've learned it
Yeah,
in
like
action
it's the universe testing you, or sometimes you yourself, your higher self wants to test you. But
to
also
make
too,
sure that you
remembering
got it.
that, yeah, but also when you do raise that vibration, and your inner light starts to glow, outwardly, the darkness is always going to seek the light. So honestly, that's why they say like new levels, new devils. Because honestly,
Yes.
the more that you elevate, you're just gonna have different types of, the darker energies coming towards you. They'll be better able to cloak themselves,
The
which is
mask,
why you
the
gotta
mask,
trust yourself
the
and
mask.
trust your intuition and stuff like that. And like they'll be able to imitate that good energy that we're drawn to, but
This
they
is an
won't really be
example
of that.
of it. I can't think of a certain person off the top of my head in this moment, but this has happened to me multiple times over the past year. So just say there's a group of people at work or a group of people in my family that has family friends over or whatever. Just there's been a couple different times this has happened to me recently. It only just started happening recently. And say this person, I've never met them but one time, or we're in a group together, right? And there's no physical reason I can point to or tell you why, but I get this vibe off that person, and I know not to get close to that person, or I
Mhm.
know, and they don't have any like. If I told someone, they would be like, "You're crazy."
No, that's your inner
Yep.
self. That's being able to read someone. That's your inner self, and to let it. It's. I like to call it. It's our alarm system. It's
Yep.
our protection. That, and I get that a lot. If I can tell. I can tell right. Basically, when I meet somebody, if this is someone I want to communicate with and have any type of personal, interaction with, or if I don't, I can just tell. And I go, but it's called your gut feeling, actually.
Well,
Yeah.
mine has gotten a lot louder. You know,
Yes.
It's telling you that certain people you shouldn't be around them. That's all it's telling you. And then listen
yeah,
to it.
it's like you get that used car salesman vibe off of them. Can't really point to
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
is,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
You
Oh,
got
I
to
know
listen to that.
exactly what you're talking about.
You have to listen to
Absolutely. And the more that, and I'm telling you, the more that you come into your spiritual gifts, you'll get more and more people, like that. But that's the good thing about, the spiritual gifts. Like we don't have to move in fear. Once you tap into yourself, you don't have to be worried. You know, if you
You
know
can
you,
learn to
You're right.
trust
Yeah,
it.
no,
yeah,
you're absolutely right about that. And that's like one thing that I have that a lot of people they don't understand it is like motivation. Like I don't need things to motivate. I can self motivate myself. And if you learn to self motivate yourself in any walk of life, doing anything, that is huge to be able to. You don't need someone else to tell you. You know right, you know wrong. I like with me, I am so self motivated that I know I want better, and I'll never settle. And settling is a big problem too, because people settle for things, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in a job, whether it's in anything in life. Don't ever settle. Like we were talking about Z the other night. You have to know your worth and then add tax.
yep, absolutely.
That's
You
on my
know,
desk on a wooden block because I do accounting stuff.
I
It's
was
on my
wondering what
desk
that was.
on a wooden block.
I thought it was a woodpecker. Hey, but ladies, I'm gonna actually have to get off now.
And
But
I'll do you first on the live tonight, Boo. I'll do your question first, okay? Whenever we do the live, because I'm gonna go live in like 2 hours.
I'll definitely stop in to see you. And Z, always a pleasure. I mean, you're like one of my
yes.
favorite people to talk to. Yeah,
Oh,
if
thank
anything
you.
motivates me, it's talking to you because you are like so upbeat. That I love that.
Thank you. Thank you.
You
Absolutely.
should be like a speaker or something.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
got it.
working on it. Yeah,
She's
I'm
got it.
working on it.
She's definitely got it. That's for damn sure.
Yep.
Yes, that.
It's a natural gift. It's a natural gift that
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
you're meant to help people and heal people, and I love that. I love that in you. I love that vibe that you give me about that. It's tremendous.
Yeah, and I love it too. I appreciate it. I'm grateful to, be used as a vessel, to service humanity,
Exactly.
and help raise our consciousness,
And hey, if anything, if people listen to this and they get motivated by it, that we did our job. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely. Absolutely. One at a time, each one teach one.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm gonna get off now. Probably gonna do something tomorrow with Nick. I'm not sure, but I'll definitely we'll be live probably tomorrow.
Awesomeness.
Hopefully everyone stops in. Marley, Z, thank you. I love you both. Sarah, Anna, thank you everyone for coming in and like the video. We'll talk soon. I'll probably see you girls tonight somewhere, right?
All right.
Yeah,
Bye,
yeah,
y'all.
probably. All
All
right.
right. You
Bye.
guys have a good one. Bye bye.
Bye.